our fair pacho. It's our fair pacho. We are the bizarre. It's our fair pacho.
You must be a bit of a famous pricks.
Throwback there from a video message from Warwick Kappa from a few years back. You are here with Liam. We've got Ben over there.
Present.
Bell.
Hello.
And producer Andy.
Present.
This is the team. There is a wider team. You might have heard a few of them on air here and there this week, and we will be introducing you to all of them very shortly. But look, if you've never listened to this podcast before, it's all of the behind-the-scenes magic. There was a particular moment this morning where the off-air podcast was mentioned on air,
Which rarely
It
happens.
never really happens. And that's all because something happened just before the song finished that made us all laugh a little bit.
Yep.
If you didn't hear it on the show, here's the moment.
No, but... Sorry about that.
Bonnie and Clyde there, Beyonce, Jay-Z. It's always good when the show is funnier in the songs than when the microphones are actually on.
And personally, I hate it if a host comes on, starts laughing, and then they don't tell you what they're laughing at. But I just can't tell you. But
Yeah, we can't.
apologies.
You know what we do an off-air podcast.
No.
We do an we
Yeah,
do a thing.
I'll tell you in
we
there.
do a thing called the off-air podcast. Yeah. Well, he's the off-air podcast, and now we can tell you what we said in the.
Yeah, and
What's
also
wrong with it, Bill?
I don't know. It's just very personal.
I think it's fine. I just thought if I did it on air,
It would be
a whole
weird.
thing.
It'd be like, whoa.
That's
Yeah.
not actually that funny. You just,
No,
I think it
it's
was
not.
in the
No,
moment.
it's not.
You found it funny.
Yeah, it was just like, it's more that thing of like when you say something and then
Yeah.
you don't get the chance to react, and then you just, because sometimes we're talking right up to the moment we're like, oh,
Yeah.
you're on Nova, you know what I mean? Like,
So what happened was the song was playing. It was getting towards the end of the song. I think everyone was kind of just sitting here in silence, to be honest. And I happened to notice that because we're in a new studio here, and I happened to notice that the headphones that I had, they were like kind of like when you get like an old leather couch and it's a bit flaky and crusty. And I was like, oh, that's weird. Like, my headphones yesterday weren't like that. And then I realised, because these aren't my normal headphones. These are Mel Tracina's headphones.
who does days here at Nova 100.
Yeah, because she's literally got like a label maker and put her name, Mel Tracina, on the side of them, which is totally fair because they're your headphones. You don't want anyone else to use them, even though I was using them.
Yes, and
You're
here
still
you are.
wearing them now.
I'm still wearing them. But they are very crusty. And I realised that they were Mel Tracina's. And it was just like, it was kind of silent, and the song was just about to finish. And then I said, oh, old crusty Tracina.
No. That's not how it happened.
Well, how did it happen?
You went, Tracina crust.
Oh, Tracina
No, I heard
That's-
Trusty Tracina.
No,
definitely good Tracina crust.
He's
Oh.
the way, that's why it was funny.
Yeah, right.
The way we weren't even really.
Well,
Like,
no, it
oh,
was
my
very
headphones have got
quiet.
crust on it, and then like we were sort of all concentrating, and then you went, Tracina crust, and then the song ended there.
And I turned the mics on, and then
I
we all
looked up at
started
you, and I was
laughing.
like, lol.
Yeah, and then so I didn't want to have to explain what I just explained.
No, not at all.
And also, because we don't want, Mel Tracina's like a colleague here, a friend.
Yep.
You don't want her thinking that we're talking about how she's crusty or
Yeah,
something.
because
She's
people-
not
it's just her
crusty.
headphones.
It's just her headphones are a bit crusty.
Yeah. It's almost like to be honest, her headphones are so crusty. It's like a sign of like, oh, you've been in this game for a while.
That's it. You've done some flight hours.
Yeah.
for sure.
It's like a cauliflower ear.
Yeah. As a
Okay, it's
a
not, she
fighter.
doesn't have cauliflower
No,
ears.
she doesn't, Bill. But some people in the UFC or just MMA in
Yeah,
general,
right.
the more cauliflower their ears are, the scarier they
Yeah,
are
the
because
more-
they've been in a lot of headlocks.
They've pulled themselves out of the
Well,
lock.
I've got a little tiny bit of business. I don't even know if it is really business,
Hey,
but
Belle, if you think it's worthy of mentioning, it's probably a bit of business.
well, it's just in regards to yesterday we did an off-air pod, and you guys were giving me crap because you said, Belle, why do you hate the off-air pod? Why
Yeah,
don't you want
that's
them? And I said, look, I just don't want to do too many. Well, Jackie in the Alpha Squad did post, and she said, look, I love you, Belle, but there aren't ever too many or too much OAPs. Bring them on.
There
and
you
then,
go.
people did jump on that, and they were like, yep, I'd like a daily off-air
A
pod.
daily off-air pod,
Well,
okay.
Josh said that. Look, if that's how everyone feels, then fine. But I'm
all right.
warning you now.
I think a daily's a bit too much.
I just think
But
the
that's the
rule
thing, I'm
is you
scared
do.
of that.
I think you just do them when you need to do them.
Yeah. Just don't, don't put rules around it. Otherwise, it'll make it boring. You don't want to make it a chore.
While we're talking about posts on the App Squad, Bill, there was a couple other ones I wanted to flag. Sean, 24 hours ago, said, hopefully we get Liam singing Clam Smith tomorrow morning.
Well, yes, Sean, we delivered. Also, if you're not on the Ben Lehman Bell Alpha Squad, jump on it on Facebook. We'll accept you into the group.
Also, just really quickly, because we asked for it, we got it. Liam, you were talking in the bonus pod about like your toilet hole being too small.
Yeah.
And you said if anyone else has noticed this or have like a toilet-related story.
Yes, I was hoping for some support.
Have you seen Nathan's post?
No, I have not.
So-
Is it Nathan Jander?
It is.
Nathan Jander. So I knew that before even looking at it because that guy posts a lot.
Yeah, which is great. Thank you
I
very
love.
much.
Yeah, Nathan Jander. If you're listening, I know you. Feel
I
loved.
You're
always know
seen.
Nathan
You're
Novak, but
you're seen. I know Nathan
No.
Novak as well. Nathan
I've never seen
Jander.
Nathan
he
Didn't,
posts
Jander.
a lot.
wasn't there? Well, maybe I'm remembering this wrong. Wasn't there like a time where the Nathans competed for like who was the best Nathan?
Well, there's like a meme off
What happened to
something.
Yeah.
Imran?
Imran House. He still posts.
Is he-
I hope no. Does he? I haven't seen him post in a while.
Yeah, no,
my
he's
God, what if
still
he
he's
died?
still on board.
He hasn't died. I just,
Tom
what if-
Reeve
what if
did a
he's-
nice post the
Tom
other day
Reeve
about
did,
you.
yeah. There's definitely the regulars.
Tegan loves a post.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
you mentioned Jackie. Jackie posts
Yeah,
quite a
Jackie
bit as well.
does, yeah.
Anyway,
Well, everyone else
we-
lift your game, no?
Yeah. So Nathan Jander posted, Liam, I have the same problem with the new style of toilets, but it's not the same problem, but I do agree with yours, in brackets.
Okay.
He said, we got a new toilet in my house about 6 months ago, and I have a major problem with the power of the flush. Now, I thought he was going to say not strong enough, but he said that the power of the flush is too aggressive. He said there's always at least one drop of water that splashes out and onto the toilet seat
Oh, yeah.
or onto the floor. It constantly makes me look like I have peed the seat or the floor, and I feel like I'm having to always explain myself.
Yeah, no, I've been around those toilets before. How hard is it just to have a toilet with a big, bullseye on it and just a normal
Well, also-
everyday flush?
Yeah, but also if it's that aggressive and there's a drop and he's saying he has to explain himself, just wipe it off. Just don't leave it.
Yeah, I guess he might not have noticed, and then someone's going, "You pissed on the floor," and you go, "No, I didn't. It was the power of the flush."
Very hydrated though if they think it's his week.
I replaced my toilet about 6 months ago in my house in Adelaide, and I had to buy a new one because the other one was old and gross.
A
What
new,
do you-
a new house or a new toilet?
what did I say?
No, you just said
No,
I had to
no,
buy a
yeah.
new one, but I just
Makes
wanted you to. Yeah, no, I was just being just being a bit of a dickhead for
Liam,
the
I
sake
saw
of
where
it.
you were going when
Yeah,
Ben
right.
said the phrase "my house in Adelaide." Like
Right.
you got
Yeah.
one everywhere. I
Right.
get it.
So I had to replace the toilet. Sorry.
No,
Everyone's really pulling out some handbrakes here.
It's almost like that
Nah,
handbrake this
well,
week
yeah.
when I said Beerenberg jam and you went, oh, actually it's cottage jam, and I went, well, to be fair, it's just
Yeah.
a bowl of undisclosed
And then
jam. I didn't know what type of
Then
jam
you
that I was
ragged us,
eating.
but a couple of days later, you then had the chance to reference jam again, and you chose
Well,
cottage.
I think the reason you guys were drilling me is because you're like, oh my god, Beerenberg's a South Australian jam brand. Like anyone in Melbourne's like, I'm turning off this freaking
It's
show.
just
This
but
such
guy-
a
no one
weird
buys
jam
that.
to
No,
reference.
there's everyone has Beerenberg. It's
No
at
one's
Coles
buying.
and Woolies.
Look,
and
your daily person is not buying beer.
we're a Beerenberg house.
Yeah, because you got 3 houses. Or
Okay, can we stop talking about how much houses everyone has? I don't have 3 houses.
I'm not going to tell my story, by the way. It's too many handbrakes.
no, Ben.
I'm not going to tell it.
Okay, team member of the week.
No, I've got an order of
Oh,
business.
Oh,
sorry,
jeez,
Andy.
all
It's
right.
just a little one, which is that I'm very excited about the Andy off next week.
Yes,
Oh, yes.
Because I watched the. I also brought up the sort of business, so Ben had time to get the team member of the week audio in there.
You didn't need to flag that,
We
sir.
got all here profusely
I,
clicking.
You can hear him flying around over bloody where is the thing?
So I watched other Andy's Chase.
Yes.
episode.
And if you didn't hear this yesterday, Andy Zito, he's one of the video producers on the show, and he is a very smart man. He has a very high score on the Chase Australia, which happens to be producer Andy's favourite show.
Yep.
So, yeah, it's going to be an interesting one. We're going to have an Andy off at some point.
He was very impressive. There was some things he didn't know that I got, some things that I had no idea about that he got.
Oh, wow.
I propose a different way of doing it to what we said yesterday, though,
Yeah,
which
okay.
was the penalty shootout kind of
Yeah, so I said,
question
oh,
for
say I
question.
have 10
do
questions.
you want to? Do you both answer questions in a separate room and then we listen to your chase?
No, I think they don't have to be the same question. I think it's just whoever can get the most right in 50 and 60 seconds.
As
so we
in-
each get 60
Oh,
and
I
fire as many
see.
questions as you
Oh,
can.
I
there could be
see,
different
yeah.
types of questions. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I like that.
Yeah.
And so they're different questions, obviously.
Well, yeah, different settings.
Yeah,
Just like the chase.
Okay.
Bloody oath.
Yep.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to the Andy off.
I'm happy to stick to the chase method.
We'll do the Andy off next week. But right now, let's vote on Team Member of the Week.
It's the team member of the week. It'll probably be Ben. All right, then, let's get started.
Every damn week, we vote on the Team Member of the Week who we feel has really gone above and beyond.
Question: we have a much bigger team
Yes. Yes.
now. Is everyone eligible for
For a
votes?
vote? Yeah,
Yeah.
of course.
Of course.
Bloody oath.
Oh,
Very
but
good.
does that mean that should we get Brody and Tom in to vote for their team member of the week?
We'll get there, I guess. It just seems like a lot. Like there's a lot of voices. Because then you got to get
Okay.
Scudder and you got to get everybody involved.
Gotta get Ash.
Oh, where does the line stop?
So we're the gatekeepers of the team member of the week.
No, put it this way. I think
A line
I think
has been drawn.
I think everyone. Not everyone it's a bit of a dictatorship. Not everyone gets a vote, but everyone can receive a vote.
Okay.
In
It's
fact,
a bit of a dictatorship.
in fact, what I'll say is that my vote is going to someone outside of the class.
Mine is too.
I've already. Oh, good.
The only
Yeah.
way I could see the process being sped up and to kind of get rid of the problem that I stated would be if everyone on the team emailed Andy with their votes and then he
they're
ran
not,
through them.
So they're not allowed to come in.
Well, they can. I'm just saying it's going to take a long time, Bill.
You guys listening out there, it sounds like Ben really doesn't want you to ever come.
Fine,
through
come
this
in and do it. I don't care. I do a little
You
bit.
do. You'll need to email Ben your complaint.
Just email me. That's the best way, guys. Yeah. Okay. Who's voting first?
Me, I'm voting for Ben this week. Team member.
Yes.
What are you scoffing at?
Email your friggin' vote to me.
My desk, because we've moved from Richmond to South Melbourne, and my desk is very bare and has no tchotchkes, and you guys have a lot of little trinkets on your desk. And
Yeah.
he allowed me to take the boot of Korpoth from him, put it on his desk,
Yep.
Yeah.
and I'm hoping that it will also be where FS Flagelhorn staff gets to rest when it arrives.
If you know what we're talking about, you just to understand the law, you've got to listen.
don't
You've
need
got to
to-
listen to every off-air
Yeah.
podcast ever.
That
okay?
friggin' boot. Where did that boot come from, though?
My mum gave it
Korpoth,
to me.
Pretty sure.
No. You always answer, it's a Korpoth boot.
No,
But
it is a
where
boot
did
of
it
Korpoth.
actually come
My
from?
mum, Marie, gave it to me.
Why?
I can't remember.
She's
It's a
the
green
first
boot.
lady of Korpoth, obviously.
Yes.
Anyway, yep. Yeah. I also, to be honest, I've got so many tchotchkes that my I've got like a friggin' shelf next to my set of
A set of
drawers. Yeah, I don't know
drawers?
why.
Wow.
I don't know why that filing cabinet is what it is. I don't know why that escaped
It's not
me.
a filing cabinet. It's
You
a set
got
of drawers.
so it's a filing cabinet.
100%.
You got so much stuff in your filing
Yeah,
cabinet.
literally. So I've got so many tchotchkes that I've got backup tchotchkes in my filing cabinet. So you can have a dig through there if you want.
Who's voting next?
I did spin it. It did come on Liam, but I pressed remove before you
Okay.
could see. But it's
Alright.
Liam.
For me,
Did you catch that?
I am giving
Yeah.
my vote to Brody, producer Brody.
Brody, have your response. Oh, wait, no, you're not allowed to have a response.
Don't come in here, Brody.
No, Brody. He was a great sport. You might have heard in the pod today that he got he got roasted a little bit.
Saying he's getting a nomination because he got
No,
punched.
and he put some excellent calls to air this week. I thought so did Tom.
Does that fall under doing their job?
Bloody hell, mate?
This is, yes,
But that's, mate, everyone's held to the same standard.
Yes.
Yeah, no, I think he's done a great job, and I would like to. I'd like to, and he's made me feel very welcome in the building. There you go.
Okay.
So
Fair.
that's why my vote is going to Brody Pomeroy.
Next to vote looks like it's going to be Goody Bell.
I'd like to give an honorary mention to Tom for also putting some great calls and doing all that this week.
He's
Yeah,
doing
Tom.
his job.
Shush. And also making some nice one-pages. I very much appreciate those. But my vote is also going to Brody this week. Similar
bloody go.
reasons to Liam, because we did do that prank, but also he's gotten some, like, he's really good at, like, you go, hey, we want this person, and he'll go, the next day he'll be like, all right, so they got back to me, and this is this.
Yeah.
Keeps on top of everything, and also, yeah, the great calls.
Before you say it, Ben, don't say it.
What I think's happening here is there's a bit of ass sucking going on. I think Bell and Liam are sucking Brody's ass.
I'm not.
I think you're just trying to flatter him early days.
I think
No,
I think
honestly-
Brody's
hey,
seen enough
Okay,
ass-sucking
Look at it
videos
this
on the
way.
internet this week.
look at it this way: as somebody that has only just started to let go of like producer life,
Yeah.
I respect so much like what those guys do, and you, Andy. But yeah, like I feel like I have to give a thanks because it's
Yeah.
weird me not being that person, and then now I get what it's like on this side of the glass.
He's a napkin to wipe away after that ass sucking.
Gee whiz. I suppose the wheel is spinning on the laptop and it has landed on
Wow.
Ben.
I'm going to give my vote to Andy this week.
Thanks, sir.
Which Andy?
To Andy Razion because he managed to do some really good behind-the-scenes work, and he also got some really good people to come on the show, which I think was going above and beyond his normal job.
What do you mean? That is his normal job.
No, but there wasn't like it was extra work. But
Well-
what I'm saying, it doesn't matter though because Brody's coming into the studio, which is exciting.
I mean,
true.
there you go. After 2 votes, taking it out for the very first time ever, it must feel bloody good. Give it up for producer Brody.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man. How does it feel?
Oh, it's one of my life great accolades.
Yeah, first. Have you ever listened to an off-air podcast before?
This is also my first time listening
Okay,
to the
no,
Off Air
that's
podcast,
all
so I'm
right.
very excited.
Yeah.
Nice of you to have done your research on the show.
Sounds like you're a big fan, man. We've really loved working with you and the rest of the gang this week, and we're looking forward to doing like meet the team episodes.
Did
at
you
some
feel
point.
like it was an ass sucking, Brody, or did you think that I was being harsh?
Yeah, they were pretty far up there. They were
Yeah.
really
Yeah,
embedding
yeah.
themselves, and I did,
Hey,
it didn't feel
hey.
too much.
Hey, speaking about asses, we had this moment yesterday, Brody. So when I was walking, so it was yesterday. I reckon it was around when Georgie Tunney had just left, and I think you were coming out of the toilet, and I was coming into the toilet, and I felt like you were going to give me a bit of an AFL footy arse slap on the way through, and then it felt like you sort of went for it, and then thought, I don't know him that well yet, and then did that happen, or was that
Yeah, it
just-
was. I stopped.
Yeah, I
I
knew
st-
it.
I stopped mid-swing. I was like, it feels a little too soon.
Just
but-
so you know, slap all our asses. Maybe not bells, but
Yeah,
slap
maybe
all
not
our asses. Slap all our
I'm
asses.
just licking, what am I doing? Sucking it?
No,
I
but
can't
like,
believe you noticed that.
it's so
I
funny.
really
It was super subtle, but like the movement of your shoulder as you walk past, I'm like, he was going to slap me on the bum there,
Yeah.
but then he decided not to.
Yeah.
What? Hang on, I don't get it. What is
No,
it?
like,
What is an AFL?
Just a bit of a. Well, I went, Brody, come on. So like, just so if we walk
Oh yeah,
past.
do your makeup ass slap on
Okay,
Liam.
brother, good show today. Boom, like that.
Boom.
Oh.
Real cheek
Just a little
slapper.
bit of tap of encouragement.
Oh, now he's taking your microphone.
Also, that was super cool because Brody swooped in and took Liam's
Yeah,
mic, and
that
then
was very
Liam had nowhere to stand.
and then I failed to get good contact on Brody's ass and just sort of
This is why he
wiped
wins
my
team member
fingers
of the
up
week.
his leg. Oops.
All right, very good. Brody gets his first ever team member of the week. Very successful. Well done.
Good stuff, guys. Good
Yeah.
hustle. Good hustle.
Get back out.